We announced our plans for world domination using the power of the Chaos Emeralds we stole from the military research facility. Charging the Eclipse cannon is taking too long, so we've got to get the last Chaos Emerald and back. Is that possible?
Well, I have a good feeling where that fox boy is. Hello everyone, Grin the Koopa, and welcome back to more Sonic Adventure 2. Last time, our mission to infiltrate the gun base was a complete success. We got the 3 Chaos Emeralds, and now we only need one more. But unfortunately, we found out that it's in the hands of Tails. So this time, we're going to hunt Sonic and his friends down. Well, mostly Tails down. And how are we going to do that? Well, by doing the racing level. Except this is much different from Tails' racing level. Instead of course, getting to the president, we're racing towards Tails. But I kind of like to imagine that, they found the president. This is basically right after Tails found the president and everything, so now they know where they're going. And now they're just a bit too late to actually come after them because, well, now they're about to they're about to take the fight to them very soon, as you saw back in the hero story. Like, now they're about to take the fight to us, basically. So yeah, unfortunately we're a little bit late on actually trying to get them, but hey, maybe we can get them, who knows. But yeah, basically the stories are kind of the same in how they'll end up later. We saw in the hero story right at the end, we saw Eggman get the last Chaos Emerald, even if he was defeated by Tails. Even if Tails defeated him, he still got the last Chaos Emerald. So, so you can kind of guess what's gonna happen. He's got us on his side, so of course we'll actually destroy the world. We will actually destroy the world because of course what's gonna happen. Of course we're gonna destroy this world. Because who needs this world? Well, you'll see the story later. That is if you haven't seen it yet. But since probably some of you are Sonic fans or have heard of this game, then you'll probably know the story. Speaking of this game, in very recent years, it's been getting a lot of hate. Most now people are saying it's a terrible game. Like the mech controls are clunky. Some of the speed, the treasure hunter stages are terrible. And even some of the speed levels weren't that good. Like the voice acting was terrible. Stuff like that. Like nitpicks that really just turned into actual problems over time. And now people seem to really hate this game. But some people still love it, like me. There are still those people who love it, even despite how many people say they hate the game nowadays. There are people who still love it. But the reason why I think why most people hate this game today, is mostly because of popular reviewers. There are reviewers like Some Call Me Johnny and Pro Jared, which are both great. In my opinion. I like both channels. And by the way, we found Tails. And doesn't he kind of look familiar, like he was from a certain cartoon? Like, scroll back a little bit and actually look at him up a little bit closely and look at the color of his fur. Doesn't he look like he belonged somewhere else? Just saying. Anyway. Oh. Now we can play 2-player versus kart battles. Hooray. But I'll explain after, we get into this, and of course, Shadow's gotta explain everything. Well, after Rouge explains everything. We'll see about that. But anyway, Skyrio. And also, before I go back into what I was talking about, look at the hills. don't they look familiar? And especially at the ending of the level. Trust me, it looks pretty familiar. But anyway, what I was saying before, reviewers like some call me Johnny, I'm pro gamer. Well, pro Jared, which I watched both the reviews of Sonic Adventure 2, had a bit more of a negative opinion on Sonic Adventure 2. And saying stuff like, like they didn't really like the mechs, and how Pro Jared said, like, with the infamous only 1/3 of the game is good, and by the way, we got the Ancient Light, basically. Basically, we have to charge up, we press, when we go, you have to hold forward, by the way, just saying, because I didn't know that. Wow. Trust me, don't use that attack. It kills you more often than not. Like, even, like, when I first got it one time, like, I actually died. I actually died when I first tried to use it. I'm like, oh, cool, let's use it. And then I actually died. I know, real stupid. So honestly, just take this pathway if you don't really care about upgrades. Just take this path, trust me. It'll save you a lot of grief. I guarantee that. But anyway, they had more of a negative opinion. Like, like I said, the treasure hunting stages and mech stages not being that good. And Pro Jared with the infamous only 1/3 of the game is good, with the speed stages only being the one. I think that also could be a reason why Sega's now not really trying to experiment anymore in Sonic Forces. Like, it seems very safe in my eyes. And I think maybe the reason is because of some of these reviews, and especially since how critics have been very negative towards Sonic in recent times. And I don't mean those guys. I mean stuff like IGN, games, GameStop reviews, stuff like that. Like, they've been really negative towards Sonic for the past few years. And unfortunately, they have to listen to the critics. And unfortunately, they listen to the critics, and then this is kind of what happens. Sonic Forces is a little bit of an example. So basically, now you don't play as any other character. You basically play as Sonic, classic Sonic, and of course, well, the custom character. But that technically, I'm not sure. Would anyone count that as a new character? I'm not sure if it would count as a new character. But yeah, I think that's most of the reason why we haven't seen playstyles like this come back ever since Sonic 06, which was the last game to introduce them. So yeah. I think it was mostly those negative reviews that I think really rolled the momentum. And wow, I gotta be seriously. I'll go a little bit more into it because seriously, there's so much more to say. But Skyrail is one of the shortest levels in the game, and it's the only one that has rail grinding. And also, look at this. Look at that. Just look at that. That is Pumpkin Hill. So we basically played a speed version of Pumpkin Hill from the hero story of Knuckles, and of course it's daytime. So I do really like that fact as well. But anyway, now we're looking at Eggman's perspective of this cutscene. Sure you will. Yeah, I love this song. I really love this song. This really feels like an Eggman theme song, and even if they come up with a new theme song for Eggman, I'm still gonna always look to this one and say, yeah, this is the true Eggman theme song in my eyes, because this theme is so good. Oh, but look at freaking Sonic over here, just kicking that off. I wish I could have done that. Then I could have ignored the entire boss fight. But I think you know where this is going, right? What a piece of junk. What did you say? Now he's about to get the backhand. Yep, our own creation turned on us. Well cried. Yep. Now let's fight our own creation. Which, by the way, I don't get how this makes sense. So, did Sonic destroy it, or did he not before? I know, like, these are some plot holes. And better yet, in Sonic X, that doesn't really help. It doesn't really explain that because one of the new characters in that series, Bo Koon, is the one there, and Eggman's in the arc for almost the entire series. But anyway, this fight is basically the same as Sonic's. You know, he has almost all the same attacks, except they're a little bit more dangerous in my eyes, especially the head smash. That one can be lethal, you know, and it's probably his most dangerous attack. And honestly, it's just this fight. I don't think is really as fun as Sonic's fight. It really involves more platforming in that fight. Here, we're just mashing the shoot button. We're just trying to destroy these, and then that's how you destroy him. And he's even more simplified than the other boss. Well, the original fight. And yeah, I don't mind the fact that we have a short boss. We literally beat him in under a minute. So, what the heck? But yep, all three of them failed, unfortunately, and now they're heading to the Ark. So it's kind of funny how, like, before we were succeeding really well, like we were throwing them off by surprise, but now we're actually trying to play catch up, and unfortunately, we're getting left behind. And you know, flip that for Team Heroes. But anyway, here we go.
How's it going? What? What do you mean they escaped? That's okay. I will go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the Space Colony Control?
Don't do it.
Tricking that old doctor is just too easy. Alright, it's time to get to work. The password is Maria. Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well. This is it. Research Project Shutout. The ultimate life form. Let's see. What in the world is this? Can't be right. What is Shadow anyway? I guess I'll just have to take the last pieces of the Master Emerald.
Oh God.
My name is Rouge the Best, better known as the Treasure Hunter Rouge. But that's not all I do. Finally, those guys appeared when I returned from my secret mission. That means they've collected the remaining pieces of the Master Emerald. Now is my chance. I've retrieved the information about the secret Project Shadow. Now's my chance to grab the Master Emerald and
So Rouge wasn't really with the dark side after all. I would say that's great, but how can I when we're playing probably the worst level in this entire game? And in fact, in my opinion, at least up to the games I've played thus far, the worst in the entire series. I hate this level. I hate it with a passion. I might as well mention the hint, the monitors right here. They're basically hints, and despite what people say, no, you don't have to worry about using them. If you use them, it won't decrease your score. And by the way, now we can break Iron Crate, but they won't decrease your score if you use them. But good luck using them in the first place in this level, because this would be a level where you would actually need them. Good. Too bad they're actually really hard to read. Literally, it's all in butchered ink. It's all basically unscramble the basic sentence. But really, that's not easy when you have to be pretty darn quick about finding all the emerald shards, and you have to do it in specific order as well. And especially since it's just so big, and the controls are so wonky. It basically is almost like a rundown port of Super Mario Galaxy, if you ask me. And yes, I know, and yes, I know, and yes, I know. So, I know it's a bit unfair of me to say, especially since Super Mario Galaxy came after Sonic Adventure 2, from almost 6 to 5 years prior. But still, if I had to compare it, this would basically be Super Mario Galaxy if it got drunk. If I'm gonna say that, if I really want to give an explanation how I feel about this level in particular, it's that bad. And especially the controls, because the controls just feel super wonky in this level in particular for some reason. And I can guarantee you, I will not get an A rank. I can guarantee you that because I've only done it once in my life. And that was after multiple attempts. And me just getting lucky. Because you need a lot of luck. And I mean, you're gonna need a lot of luck. I'm just resetting. I know it's cheap for me to reset like that, but still, I just hate this level. It's easily the worst level in the game. It's the worst level in the game. Without question, it is the worst level in the entire game. Like, if someone could try to find one good quality about this level, I like to know what the one good quality is, because I see no good qualities in this level at all. Terrible, wonky controls. It being too big for its own good, the level being too big for its own good, and not something like, how you could have fun with how you can use Knuckles' drill drive and just drill all the way down, and that not only was fun, but it was also a pretty effective strategy. After you got, say, one shard, you could just go down super fast and see if you maybe find another shard. But here, you can't really do that often, especially since it's super rare for me to find it up. To find it up there. But anyway, we have an emerald. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's over here. Oh, it's in one of these crates. It's this one, right? Oh no! Oh no! No! Let's take it again. Then we gotta take this rocket. Sorry about that, but now we have to go back to exactly where we just were. Oh, it's in there. Okay. Wow, it's in this crate. It was in a metal crate, just not the one I broke. God, that's a troll moment right there. That I hate that bird so much. I hate how they put that there. And I always think, oh, is that an emerald shard? No, it's not. It's just the bird just being there. Because of course it's there. But yeah, back to what I was saying before, most people watch like a lot of like, popular channels like these, since these two channels were very popular at the time. And Sonic was such a hot topic at the time. And it was during a trend where, people were bashing Sonic, started to become cool. Like, I think that really started to kick off the momentum of, hating Sonic is super cool now. Like, we gotta be hip now. We gotta hate on Sonic and complain about literally everything. Those little things that really shouldn't bother anyone. Nah, now we gotta make them really big problems. Like, these ruin the game entirely. In fact, I think this is probably where the whole, classics were better than the modern games. Modern were better than classic. I think this is where the fan base divided even more after Sonic 06, just, really didn't help that much at all. And I think those two reviews in particular really pushed that along as well. And I think that's why there's so much hate for this game, and why some people just hate the series in general. But that's just my take on it. There are many other reasons, and mostly it was due to Sonic 06. Like, people who already had a negative opinion on Sonic. Like, people who had a negative opinion on Sonic already because of those games, now had an even more negative opinion because of those reviews. And where is this? I know I'm resetting a lot, but again, good luck finding all the emerald shards. Like, usually there's that one emerald shard that, try as you might, you never can find it. Like, no matter how hard you try to look for it, no matter how high you go, like, you just never find it. That's what it is for me. Like, in this level in particular. This happens to me so much more than in other levels. Heck, even Knuckles' Meteor Herd, that didn't happen to me all the time. I think that was just mostly due to bad luck. Like, that was definitely, in my opinion, due to bad luck. To where that one emerald was. I think that was more of my bad luck. But here, like, that's basically why I hate the level in the first place. I hate it just because of that. But yeah, the weird thing about that whole hate thing, is that some people have been starting to like Sonic Adventure 2 again. Like, the fan base still is now saying, like, this is one of the best games ever, which is really confusing. Like, it's basically almost like Sonic Unleashed, with how people had mixed reception and some people just hated the game entirely. But then after literally a few years, people are saying Sonic Unleashed is the best Sonic game ever. So I don't get it. It doesn't really quite add up. And heck, it's kind of making me worried about Sonic Forces, with how fans will react to that when it comes out. Because it's been pretty random. And sure, Sega's has been keeping this game almost a secret for almost 3 years. And it's been developing it ever since Sonic Lost World, ever since around the release of Sonic Lost World. But still, I bet some people are probably not even gonna give this game give it a chance, and just say it's bad because, now people are just saying the Sonic series is just bad. Now it's just terrible, all because of games like Shadow the Hedgehog, which I don't think is a bad game personally. I actually think it's quite okay, but I haven't played the full game yet. I've only played a few select levels, and I've only gotten the true hero ending. Wow, good job, me. But I've only gotten the true hero ending, so take that with a pinch of salt. I think it's actually pretty okay in my eyes. I don't think it's a bad game. Like, a lot of people say it's a bad game, but I don't think it's a bad game. And sure, it may have started the whole cycle of bad Sonic games, but I don't think it was really that bad. And besides, most people really complained about just because oh my god, Sonic has a gun. Like, really? It almost reminds me of Sonic and the Black Knight, with how people hated that game, all because Sonic had a sword. I mean, really? Isn't when when was judging the game because it's fun ever an equation, like, to your opinions? Like, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you can judge a game however you want, but for me, I like to judge a game on how fun it is. I don't care if it may have glitches. I don't care if it may have a really bad story. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is that I'm having fun. Is that I'm having a good time, in any way, shape, or form. All I want is a good time. I mean, that's why I play games in the first place, to have just a fun time. So, I don't know. That's again just me. Like, you judge games however you want to judge them, but I'll judge games how I want to judge them. And my God, this second emerald, where the heck is it? Oh, it's on this. I rarely visit this one because I hate this one, by the way. I actually really hate this one. Like, this one is I feel so awkward. I mean, the controls are so awkward. Like, sometimes you'll feel like you're moving left, but then sometimes the controls might switch on you, and then you'll just be moving right when you don't even mean to. Like, I really just don't like this level. Again, it's the worst level in the game, in my opinion. And the music may be relaxing, but that doesn't really up the fact that I'm playing through one of the worst levels and worst Sonic stages of all time. And sure, I might regret saying that because Sonic Unleashed, at least the console port, the 360 port, not the Wii port, which, I'm thinking I might want to buy, because I don't have an Xbox 360, unfortunately. I would love to play some of those games, like Sonic Generations, which I have played on the PS3. I have played the PS3 version, but unfortunately, my dad had to sell his PS3, and unfortunately, well, the game was inside, and you want to know where I was? I was at the final boss. Literally, I was at the final boss, and I never beat the game, basically. I haven't beaten the game ever since. So yeah, that's just something I really want to do, and that's literally one of the reasons why I want to get an Xbox 360, just for that, just for Sonic Generations, because I had so much fun. And I don't want to, just have that story just never be finished. Like, it's still in the back of my mind almost all the time. It's always in the back of my mind. I want to finish that game so badly. And I'm mainly talking, of course, the PS3 version. I don't mean the 3DS version. I don't really think the 3DS version is that great. I mean, I know I'm not trying to be that person who's like, oh, the console one is totally better than the DS one, because really, I think the DS one is. I think I think the the handhelds are just as important as the console games. I mean, Sonic Colors is a really fun game, but the DS port is actually really fun too. Even if I haven't gotten to play the full game, like I played a few levels. I played some extra missions. It was all a good time, and I actually got a few S ranks, especially since it felt really familiar to Sonic Rush. But anyway, where is the dang Chaos Emerald? Emerald Shard. Jesus Christ, where the heck is it? I'm glad those two levels were really short, and that boss was really short, because this is taking forever. I don't know where the heck it is. Like, it hasn't beeped once. Like, where the heck is the shard? I don't understand. Where the heck is the shard? Like, I might have to use the hint. I might have to go use the hint. Okay. What? Wait. Okay. Okay. I don't even know what that says. Like, guys, help me. I don't know what that says. Tell me in the comments. What does that say? Anyway, what else? I've been saying a lot of stuff, and I want to kind of continue this top. I kind of want to continue. I don't know. Like, I might just keep continuing until I find this last shard. Or, you know, I just run out of things to say. But, you know, what else? What else? By the way, like, okay, like, yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is, like, how I said with Shadow the Hedgehog, I thought it was an okay game. You know, I think the Sonic series should really do, like, as an, like, you know, a couple, like, for a few characters. Let them have their own spin-off series. I would love to see some characters have their own spin-off series. And I think some characters, like, for example, maybe Knuckles, Tails, the Chaotix, especially the Chaotix. I'd love to see a detective style, you know, of gameplay with the Chaotix. I bet it'd be amazing. Or it could be something like maybe Wario Land, you know, a platform where you could choose one of the three, and you know, you're trying to get as much money as possible, like, you know, to pay the rent. That'd be a pretty interesting. That'd be pretty interesting in my opinion. I really like that. And again, I like and since I like the Wario games, I think I'd feel kind of right at home with that one. And like, I wouldn't mind Shao having his own game if they had if they made a better attempt. Well, not really a better attempt. I think maybe if it was a little bit more Sonic-like, you know, have more of a Sonic feel, then I think maybe more people would warm up to it. Maybe. I'm not saying that's a given, because you know how this fan base is. You know how those fan base is. If you're part of it, you know how it is. When something gets announced, you know how it is. It's super mixed. It can go either way. It's a double-edged sword. But yeah, I really think they should do that, especially since, well, Mario's done that before. Like, the Mario series has done that before. And I know it's kind of a little bit unfair to compare Mario to Sonic, but it makes so much sense, especially since, you know, there are a lot of characters I feel that really have great potential, but are not really getting used for that potential, are not getting that potential that I think they deserve, which is really sad since a lot of the characters I actually really like. I mean, there is rarely any Sonic character I hate. No joke, I don't hate any of the Sonic characters at all. Like, any Sonic characters? Maybe besides the comics, I don't know. But I haven't read the comics, so I don't know about those characters yet. But I love mostly all the characters. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go pause. Well, not pause, but I'm gonna cut to when I find this stupid emerald shard. So, be right back. What do you mean you can't? Thank God. I was on this level for nearly 30 minutes. And I was going to record the last of... Wow, of course. I was going to record the rest of the end of the game. I was going to, you know, finish this and then just record the rest of the game. But now, like, that level drained me so much that now I'm just going to do this boss and I'm just heading to bed. Because I'm literally drained right now. Alright, now let's finally get this done and fight Knuckles. But hold on. Alright, sorry, it looked a little bit weird. And I had to, well, do some things. But whatever. Now it's actually fighting Knuckles, and basically this is the same fight right when we fought Rouge before. You know, fist to feet. Basically, the full trap goes in after we get Knuckles down to half his health. If you can find him, that is. And apparently we're Meteor Herd, which doesn't make much sense. Oh, now you're fighting. Would have been nice to know that now. But anyway, if you could... Well, I set myself up. That was my own fault. Yeah, when he says, now witness my power, you want to move. Like, I recommend gliding because you have a better chance of dodging his attack. Like, in my opinion, you have a better chance of dodging his attack. Wow. Okay, now he's on the ground. I don't think he'll use it that much anymore. Okay, where are you? No. What the? Oh, I see an aerial attack from above. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Just lie there on the ground and die. That's it. I'm not even gonna show the extra scene. You know, the thing with the whole like how the character feels about the thing. You'll get that next episode. But we'll see the cutscenes. After you'll get the whole, you know, with the whole next time, because right now I'm so tired right now. I can't believe I played that level for half an hour, and plus it's late at night as well, so that makes it even worse, especially since I only got about like 8 hours of sleep. Like, I regret every single ounce of me. Literally every ounce of my body regrets actually doing that level. That just shows how much I really hate that level because it freaking sucks. I'll see you guys later. Oh, now Knuckles has his equipment. Now he does. Would have been better to use them before, but now you're gonna use them. Okay. Okay. But I might as well mention this is the last time we'll see Rouge. Well, for now anyways. So yes, now we know she was a spy this entire time and not work. And was just undercover. So really, it's only just Shadow and Eggman this time. Maybe. Now this story's getting real.